and taking shirt, change, and water bottle. But I don't want to make this because the design is so simple. Yeah. So I found the idea from Snoopy. They always have this thing when they got out of the...
Okay, so like something that you hold on like a bamboo stick or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, many kids do this, use this when they are out of the home. And here's a dimensions, 50 to 60 centimeter. And actually, this one is made out of, and this stick is made out of bamboo, of course. And this one, I found that instant noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cover is very hard to be torn. Okay. I think it's a really good resource.
So you're gonna make it an instant noodle cover?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And I think it's very sustainable and hard, good resource. And about 40 to 60 dimension. Okay. And I say there's no 3D because it's flat.
Okay.
And this is second design. It is a backpack but looks like a shirt. Like this, here's pocket.
Okay.
And I don't use zippers because creating zippers can be unsustainable. So instead of that I use this one, stuffing pencil, something small rock, like a cloth. You know the coat when you wear, or like a how to say jacket.
Yeah.
For winter. So, and when you open it, actually it's very, how to say, like when you open it, there's a second layer, so stuff doesn't get out. And the diameter is 30 centimeter, and what's this? I don't know, but about 15 I think. And 45 to 48. And this dimension, I took this dimension because it's similar to my bag. And also the length of the string is 60 centimeter and width is 7. And it is what's it? I don't know. It's too small, but I chose the dimensions of pocket too. And actually this pocket can be used.
And the material is what? Like cotton, or what are you going to do? And where are you going to get the cloth from?
There's this string is plastic covers and it's recycled cloth actually. And
so dirty clothing.
And plus boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, using box and I put on clothes on that to decorate something.
Okay.
To decorate.
Okay.
Of course, box is recycled.
Yeah.
Box.
Okay. So out of boxes and dirty clothing.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. Cool.
And this is pencil case.
Cool.
Yeah, this is a pencil case, and I wonder why we put erasers and pencils together. Because when I try to find the eraser in pencil case, sometimes I poke myself, like tear pencil or something like that. So I use two recycled plastic bottles, and one is half and put together.
Okay.
So this layer is for erasers only, and this layer is pencils. And as you see, how to get the pencils out is like taking off the cap and then here. Yeah.
So you're using this side.
Yeah.
Okay, that would work, and then the top is for it.
And another layer, there's a door, and to just get the eraser out.
Okay, cool.
So actually it's very safe one. And actually dimension, I want to 20 centimeter and this one is 10 centimeter, but I guess I will do what bottles are.
Yeah.
Okay. This is another, do you call it backpack? Handbag, but big one. And this is recycled jean, completely made of recycled jean.
Okay.
Because jean is really hard to be torn and good. Sometimes they use jacket by jean. So I just make
So it's,
handbag.
so it's like the zipper section there and everything, like, okay.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have to make that kind of it because I use jean. And there's a many podcasts. And if I make this part close, then it's completely good bags. And if I get the resource, I can make it easily. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the time. Okay, this is backpack too, but there's one more function. You know, sometimes during the class we are sleepy students, so I make a pillow layer. This part is pillow, so students can make it.
They can sleep on top of it. Okay.
Yeah, I think teachers hate this, but it's useful. And this one, I use this, unfortunately. And I use recyclable.
Recycle what? Sorry, jeans again.
No, recycle
Zipper. Okay.
zipper. 5 centimeter high, and the pillow 10 centimeter and 3 to 5 centimeter. And the long is how long is it? The same as the bag. And like 5 centimeter, like that. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, the materials is same as this part is made of cloth, recycled cloth, and this is a recycled pillow actually, or cloth, or recycled cloth and recycled.
So you go to an old hotel and you ask them for their pillows?
Nah, I can use mine.
Okay.
Or I can create a pillow. It's easy. I have.
Okay.
Okay, this one. When I was young, I used many stubby pencils, which is so small to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But my mother said, throw it away. But you know, those pencils are made of wood, so throwing that away is kind of bad. So I found a solution to use those stubby pencils easily.
Yeah.
So this one is
It's like a pencil extender, yeah?
Yeah.
You put your stubby pencils in.
and then I use compass nut. Yeah.
And you put a compass.
Compass function. Not I don't put compass, but compass function, you know, screw thing.
Okay.
Or I let use strings to make it hard.
Awesome. Okay.
So and it's made of, you know, bamboo,
Yeah.
like small one. Connecting those small one make a rounded. And maybe if I use this one, I say recycle screw, or if I use the string method, then I say
Okay.
bamboo string. Actually, I did 7. Oh, and 4 to 5 centimeter. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, 0.7 centimeter diameter. Okay, this is another backpack, and this one I don't use any zip. Actually, there's a, you know, how to, yeah, 색상 영어로요. Sprout. Yeah, it's just design. Okay, it's not a real sprout. Sprout is not a zip, but just design. So to say it's like has a message, save the world or save the planet, something like that.
Okay.
And also it's recycled cloth. And this one, small rock, stone, and make or plastic something, and make a 2 hole, you know, something used in that way. How do you call it? The method to close it is similar as this.
Okay.
Okay, so you without any zip or something like that. Okay, that's it.
Cool. Many very different designs. Most creative?
The jean.
Sorry?
The jean.
You like the jean handbag?
Yeah.
Most sustainable. Let's start with least sustainable.
Wait, can you go up?
The jeans you said? I agree. The jeans are not very sustainable because you're gonna have to get a lot of used jeans, and jeans don't really break like you say. So people actually wear them till they're basically like scraps. Like I have jeans that I had long time.
But then girls like, they like to buy new jeans.
So you think he'll be able to get enough used jeans?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because like it's genuinely like small one, like short.
I guess so. In jeans that are all ripped over here or whatever, like old jeans. But where would you go to buy jeans?
Classmate.
Sorry? What's he missing, like a lot of people?
Specification.
Specs. Alright. You're missing a specification. So for example, I don't know, like maybe your specification, do you want that? Listen, that's why specification is important. Because if in your specification you say, my product has to cost less than $5, let's say. I don't know what you say, but if that's your specification, then I don't know which one's approved. Because for example, jeans, if you go to Russian market or Orusai, whatever, I don't know how much you pay for jeans, used jeans. Probably about $5, no? Then you got to cut them up, then you got to sew them, then you. So I'm not sure which one. You got to check the specs to see which one's gonna fit. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to be that. Yeah. I guess it depends what thread you use and that sort of stuff. But I think we can consider that sustainable more than using like. Maybe you can use like hemp, for example, is a very good sustainable thread. There's other thread that you can use, but using like fish string is not that sustainable.
I thought pillow was the most creative.
You think that you like the pillow one?
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about sustainability.
Okay.
It's important what product you use. Like I'm not sure. Like talking about the pillow, this cloth. I'm not sure people are going to want to buy bags made out of used clothing. Maybe, because you get like pretty clean used clothing, no?
Or maybe I can use this new plastic bag.
I'll tell you what, like, what's important when you design Fuji, and you guys are not, you're silly, you guys buy stuff, you guys, you're consumers too, is, like, let's just say you were going to use used clothing. If I buy something and I use clothing, I want it to look like it's used clothing. So what I would like it to be like patchwork quilt, let's say, you know what I mean? So like you're cutting them on a different color, so it looks kind of funky, it's got different colors. Nobody wants to buy something that's like looks new, but then it's kind of dirty, like it's used clothing. Like so like like make it, if that makes any sense. It's very important that your product speaks the language of the material. Does that make any sense?
Kind of.
Yeah. So don't try to hide it. There's no point. Like it's kind of like vegetarians. Like I'm not a vegetarian. My sister used to be vegetarian. My father is vegetarian. And like, why do they make vegetarian sausages? Or vegetarian, in America they make vegetarian turkey. Like, why are you trying to make a turkey and make it out of tofu? Like, when you have tofu, make it look like tofu. Like, who are you fooling? And like, I'm not even vegetarian, but I got invited to like Thanksgiving at these friends of ours, and I was cutting into turkey, and I found out the bloody thing is tofu. I like tofu, but I don't want to have like a drumstick of tofu. I want to have like a tofu cube. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this is when you talk about your material, make sure it's like, if it's recycled, make it look like it's recycled. If it's out of natural materials, make it look like it's natural materials. So like, don't use bamboo and then paint it with like neon green. Like it's important that your material, respect your material, if that makes sense. Yeah? And you'll learn more about that if you ever go into product design, but it's very important to make sure your material looks like it is. So for example, for the bag, I'm worried about if you're trying to make it what's it called? You're trying to make it like mass produced. So if you're going to make 7 bags and you're using used cloth, unless you make the whole design be like it's going to be different colors, the whole thing is going to be kind of funky looking, then that's fine. But if you're trying to make all your bags are going to be blue or all my bags are going to be this, you're not going to get the blue cloth in the amounts you want. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important that you do that. Who here went to the Christmas market, like at Intercon?
Where's Christmas market?
Intercontinental, is that craft fair or Christmas fair? The exhibition.
Yes.
None of you went there?
Isn't it like December?
It was full of ISPP kids. It was hilarious. But
I didn't even take Facebook.
it was. But anyways, it's craft fair. I mean, it's all like crafts for Christmas, and it was amazing to see how many different products they were out of like recycled newspaper, plastic, bamboo, all this sort of stuff. I was hoping some of you would have gone. But so most sustainable. Which one are we saying? At least jeans we say are kind of sustainable. Bamboo sustainable. Yeah. What are jeans? I actually like the idea of a handbag. I like, you know, but I think it looks funky there. The problem with his as well is that this works because it's got the pockets and everything, but then you also kind of, but I guess then you could use the other material for the strap or whatever, yeah? That would work, but you're going to have to, when you create your specs, you're going to have to see what the budget is, because I don't know what a pair of used jeans costs here. It might be like, and you'd have to argue, and you can do that it's sustainable, because people would say, you're buying used jeans, making them into handbags, and that's why like a poor Cambodian can't buy jeans.
What?
No?
Cambodia doesn't wear jeans.
You're right, actually, good point. In Cambodia you don't wear jeans, so that's going to be your counterpoint. You're like, it's too hot here for jeans anyway. So it's fine. The easiest one is this one, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think it would work pretty good. You'd have to make it look, you'd have to make it sort of look less like just a bottle you stuck a pencil into. Because you're going to have to sell it. That's the trick, man. You have to sell this stuff. The jeans handbag I think you could sell. This thing, you're going to have to figure out a way to make people realize that it's a good product. Unless you sell it for like $1. Or like 50 cents. You could sell it for really cheap, you know what I mean? Or like
Or a Pepsi can.
25 cents, like 1,000 real or something. I mean, you can make it really cheap. You can kind of resell somebody used pencil cases for 1,000 real. That's an awesome idea. Yeah. So quickly, just to help Jihoon out. Our best ideas, we like the pillow idea, but your challenge is going to be how to make it sustainable. Because as far as the creative ideas, it's not a bad idea, and I bet you could sell it. If you told people it's a pillow / bag, I guarantee people would buy it. And not even just for school, whether long bus ride, whatever you do, having that pillow in the back is actually quite a clever idea. But you're going to have to make sure it's sustainable, Jihoon.
Can I use recycled bag?
Sorry?
Can I use recycled bag?
Recycled bag. Recycled.
Yeah, and just
If you can find me a place that's just selling recycled bags that are going to be thrown away, because recycled only works. Listen, it's something important. Recycled only works if it's something that normally is thrown away and I pick it up and I make something. Recycled is not really recycled if it's like I go to Russian market and I buy it because it's obviously been used before. That's not really recycling. You're just like a middleman. Because the person's already selling it. Does that make sense? So make sure when you talk about recycled products, it's something that somebody would otherwise throw away. Not something that somebody else has already been clever to. You're not recycling recycled stuff. If that makes sense. Yeah? So if you can find a place where enough people just throw their bags around and you collect them, then you can do that.
Okay.
But you're not going to find a place like that.
I will.
Okay, so you have to work on dimensions, meaning the most important you have to work on specs. Dimensions are there, specifications are important. No, nobody's leaving. Who's next? Lily.
Get out my chair.
1, 2.